Tim Unkert here to talk about website design and web hosting. Today I'm going to do a comparison video for WordPress sites hosted in GoDaddy versus HostGator. We're going to see who performs better. This should be an interesting challenge. Okay, we're going to do a few things first, and I'll be kind of thorough as we go through this. But so first thing, I'm going to add on a domain. I'm going to add on UncWeb, okay, and I'm going to create an FTP account associated with this. So I'm just going to pause the video for a moment while I create that and put the password down. So okay, so I've copied down the password. I'm going to click Add Domain, and we'll wait a moment. No, we don't need that. Copied it down. All right, so let me go to my applications now because we're going to install WordPress on that domain. Okay, so go down to WordPress. Okay, install this application. This is how you install WordPress on GoDaddy. So look, I have some of my domains. I'm going to install it on www.unkweb.com. Not have a directory. 4.9.5 is what's recommended. I'm going to keep all these settings pretty much the same. And I'm going to pause the video again just to get the username and password. So hold on one sec. All right, so I've taken down my password. I put in an email or WordPress can email me. Website title is going to be unkweb.com. My tagline is going to be building websites with a little bit of caffeine. That's kind of the hook I'm going for. Yes, I want to limit login attempts, although I'm probably going to change that plugin once I get in there. Actually, I'm going to upload something that I previously had done. All right, so let's install it. No, I don't need that. Okay, so you're going to spin here, and sometimes I notice when you do this is comparison of cPanel shared hosting, both with GoDaddy and HostGator. So let me point that out. That's the type of hosting. There's a bunch of different ones you can get. Sometimes I know it takes a long time to process. Let me check this out. Go here for a minute. Click over to this tab. Okay, and okay, so it's still installing, I think. Maybe not. Let's refresh. Oh, something happened. So something got messed up during the install. That's not good. Let's just check for a minute. Nope, it installed correctly. All right, so it did install. So what I may need to do is check this history. I'm going to clear my cache and then see if we can get it back. I'll hit refresh. There we go. So that's all we needed to do. It just wasn't coming up. Okay, so all right, and this is why it's part of raw website design. Sometimes you have to do that. All right, so let's click on no thanks. Yeah, I'm going to configure it on my own. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video again while I put in my username and password. So hold on a sec. Okay, so I put those in. I'm logging in. It already asked me this, so I'm going to say no. Yes. I want to configure it on my own. Thank you. I don't know why it made me do that twice. All right, so now I'm going to go to add a new plugin. And I'm going to look for all-in-one WP migration. I'm going to install that. And I'm going to activate it. And I have a previous file of this. So I'm going to import from a file, and I'm going to go to the desktop, and here it is. and I'm going to do the import. I will stop it for a moment while it imports it, and then we'll get back to you, okay? Okay, at this part of the process, we're going to proceed. It's going to overwrite stuff, so we'll just do that. And I'll pause it again while it does that. The reason why I'm doing this is I'm going to install this both, the same exact duplicate site on both UncWeb, who's hosted through GoDaddy, and also Cat1WP, which is hosted through HostGator. And we'll do some speed tests on them, see which one is better. Okay, so I'm going to log in. And I got to check my password, so hold on one sec. All right, so I redid my password. I'm going to log in. Okay, now I have two-factor authentication on this, so I'm just going to go check what that is. Okay. All right, so now I'm in here. Okay, and this is my website. And let's see, what do I want to do? Maintenance mode. I want to disable that. Okay, so now I'm going to open this link in a new tab, and I'll show you what I have. So this is UncWeb. This was the site I was doing. So it has some just discussion on WordPress and that kind of thing. Okay, so now I'm going to go over to HostGator, and I'm going to do an add-on domain. Okay, so let me do that, and then we're going to compare them. We'll do some speed tests on them, that kind of thing. So let's see. I'm going to go scroll down here to quick install. But actually, scratch that. I'm not going to do that just yet. So first I have to add on a domain. Okay. So I'm going to go to add on domains. This is a similar process. So this one is going to be cat1web.com. It's pretty much the same as GoDaddy. I'm going to create an FTP account associated with this. So just hold on a minute while I pause this and take my password. Okay, so I've copied the password, put it in a safe place. So I'm going to add this domain. Okay, and success. Okay, all right. Cancel that out. All right, so now we're going to go back to the control panel here. Scroll down to my quick install. Okay, I'm going to click on quick install. That's WordPress, which is free. Okay, click on that. Now, I'm just going to select it up here. I'm not going to choose any of these other options, which are pretty expensive. I can customize the domain on myself. I don't need a turnkey website. I like building it myself. It's fun. So I will just, and I have a lot of websites. All right, so cat1web.com. Okay. All right, I'm not going to put it in any specific directory. Okay, I'm going to just click next. Okay, so it gives me a chance to put in a lot of this stuff. So I'm just going to go do that. My blog title is Cat1Web. Admin is going to be Cat1Web. First name, my first name is Tim. Last name's Unkert. And I'll put in my email. Okay, and then I gotta click the service terms of agreement. Okay, they want to create a new database, so I'm gonna click install. All right, I'm just gonna wait a moment and have some coffee. Okay. So it gives me a login and a password. Now, obviously, I'm going to change this password by the time I put the video up. So anyways, so let me just copy that. All right, log in. Okay. And I'm going to log in. Okay. So they give you a bunch of stuff to start. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new plugin. I'll add the All-in-One WP. Okay. Install that. There's a reason. I want all this stuff they give me. Now, as talking about the review, while I'm activating this, may have noticed they didn't give me the option of not doing the installation wizard. They just kind of gave all this stuff to me. Now, the one thing, let's look at the installed plugins. So I can do. So I've got Jetpack. They give you Jetpack. They give you Google Analytics for Monster Insights. The All-in-One WP, I did that myself. Let's just update these. Okay. Jetpack. I'll update. Okay. Hello Dolly, I'll delete. Okay, and then I'm WP Forms Lite. Let me update. Okay, and just delete that one. I don't need that one. Jetpack, I'm not sure I'm going to use it, but I may explore it a bit. All right. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is export this to a file, and I'm going to use this for a future video to build this website offline. So I'm going to export to a file. Okay. And I'm going to let it do that. I'm going to stop the video right now. I won't bore you with that. Then I'll come back once it's downloaded, okay? All right, so we've downloaded that. We're going to close it. Now we're going to import. We'll import from a file. And we're going to import from the same UncWeb. So we're going to duplicate it. Now this is going to take some time, so again, I will pause the video. And the reason why I'm duplicating this, and I showed you how to set up the differences setting up between GoDaddy, WordPress, and HostGator, is that we can compare the two. And I may do a further one on HostGator in the future as well. Or HostMonster, sorry. But right now I'm just doing GoDaddy and HostGator. Anyways, I will stop this and get back to you once it's imported and I've logged in, okay? Okay, so we're back. I've installed UncWeb on basically on Cat One Web, and so you'll see it here. You can see the address cat1web.com, but it's the same website. Okay, so as UncWeb, now UncWeb.com, cat1.com. Okay, same thing. The same materials stored on the website. So I'm going to open a new tab, and I'm going to type in website speed test. Okay, and I'm going to go here. And now for each location here, I'm going to do 3 different trials. I'm going to do it with GTmetrix too. So remember, Cat1 Web is HostGator, UncWeb is GoDaddy. So let's see which performs better. We'll start from San Jose, California, and we'll modulate between the two. So we're running our test. Okay, so we've got UncWeb, which is GoDaddy, and then Cat1 Web, which is HostGator. And we're starting from San Jose. All right, so UncWeb had a load time of 2.50 seconds first try. All right, let's do Cat1 Web. From San Jose. Running our test. All right. Okay, so Cat1 Web slightly outperformed that one on that trial, but we're going to average them. So let's do 2 more. Let's go run the test. Okay, and this is why we average them, because that one was less time, 1.82 seconds. All right, let's do Cat1 Web again. San Jose. Okay, so this time it was a little bit slower, 1.92. Okay. All right, we'll do uncweb.com last time. We got 2.28 seconds, or 2.34 seconds. Okay. And it's going to work on it. We're just doing a speed test here, so I'm going to do cat1web.com again. Okay, so we're late in the queue. Let's see. All right, so sometimes you have to reload this, so let me just reload it. It's not perfect. We're going to be doing San Jose, California, cat1web.com. Let's start the test. See if it does it. And we got 2.01 seconds. Okay. All right. So let's load up, or let's average the two. So we got 2.5 plus 1.82 plus 2.34, 6.66, and we're going to divide that by 3. So the average load time was 2.22 seconds from GoDaddy for San Jose. And then let's do 2.09 plus 1.92 plus 2.01. It was 6.02 divided by 3. The average time was 2.01 seconds. So we got about 0.2 of a second. HostGator won on over GoDaddy from San Jose. Next up, let's do New York City. Testing Cat1. Okay. HostGator is slow out of New York, 3.22 seconds. Let's do UncWeb. Okay, UncWeb much faster out of New York. Okay. Got one. Run another test. .16 seconds. So better there. Okay. UncWeb. Okay, so UncWeb, GoDaddy scoring better out of New York. Now this can be where the servers are located, and that's a consideration when you get hosting. Cat One Web. Let's start the test. About 2.08 out of New York. Okay. For Cat One Web. All right, and then UncWeb.com. All right, let's run it. 1.42 seconds. So definitely GoDaddy was faster out of New York. So let's do the averages. HostGator was a little slow. So 3.22 plus 2.16 plus 2.08 plus 7.46. Divide that by 3. No, equals divided by 3. Okay, so we got average load time of 2.49 seconds for HostGator. Okay. All right, and then average of 1.45 seconds for GoDaddy. So GoDaddy was over a second faster out of New York. Okay, that's a big difference. All right, let's do Melbourne. This is going to be a much slower time because we're overseas. Okay, so out of Melbourne, 8.16 for GoDaddy. And then the test. HostGator 4.38. That's fast for Melbourne. Okay. Start the test. GoDaddy 6.84 that time. Okay. Check out HostGator. So HostGator's much faster out of Melbourne, seems like. One final test. Okay, so GoDaddy loaded fast that time. Let's check one. run that test. It's still getting beaten by HostGator. So HostGator is ruling in Melbourne for sure. Okay, so let's clear it. And okay, so average time for HostGator was 3.74 seconds. Let's check out GoDaddy. I'm just adding these up on my calculator, dividing by 3 to get what we call the mean. That's a math term. Okay, so GoDaddy's average was 6.28 seconds, so almost 3 seconds slower than HostGator there. So they cranked, GoDaddy beat HostGator by a second in New York. So if you're located out in New York, that's a consideration. But overall, so far HostGator is winning. Let's check from Stockholm, Sweden. And we're 32 in line. So I might actually pause this for a moment, and because we're down to one in line. Okay, running the test out of Stockholm, Sweden. What are we going to be at? 3.08 seconds. Not bad for HostGator. Okay, let's do UncWeb. Okay, we're way back in the line. I'll pause the video for a moment. Okay, we're number 1 in line. They're running the test. Okay, so GoDaddy won out there in Stockholm. 2.28 first try anyways. All right, a little bit faster. cat1web.com, start the test. Okay, we're way back in the line. I'm going to pause the video again, and I'll bring you back when we're 1 in the queue. Okay, running the test. Okay, 2.88 seconds. Do web. All right, I'll pause it. Wait till we're there. Okay, we're running the test. Okay, so GoDaddy seems to be a little bit faster in Stockholm. All right, do final tests for each. Test, okay, I'll pause it and wait till we're running the test. Okay, we're running the test. Okay, so load time 2.81 seconds. Okay, all right, and then finally, Stockholm has been busy on Pingdom this morning. All right, so I'm probably gonna, I'll pause this until we run the test. Okay, we're running the test now. And okay, so GoDaddy is faster out of Stockholm. All right, and let's average Stockholm speed. So I'll start with GoDaddy. First trial was 2.28 seconds. Second trial was 2.13 seconds. And third trial was 1.99. That's 6.4. Divide that by 3. Get an average of 2.13 seconds for GoDaddy out of Stockholm. Okay, let's clear that. Okay, and then we'll do HostGator. So 3.08 plus 2.88 plus 2.81. It's 8.77. Divide that by 3. And we got 2.92 seconds average out of Stockholm. Okay, next thing I want to do is a GTmetrix before I average. Okay. So we're going to do cat1web.com. Start analyzing with GTmetrix. Okay. Which is out of Vancouver. Okay, fully loaded time was 2.6 seconds. Okay. All right, and I want to analyze something else. Okay, so let's do UncWeb. All right. Let's analyze UncWeb. So we got one job ahead of us. It's not a big deal. Okay, load time is 4.1 seconds. So let's do a few more other tests. Let's switch it. We'll do UncWeb again, and then Cat1. So UncWeb was 4.0 seconds, so pretty consistent with what it was before. Do Cat1 web.com. Okay, so we've got some jobs ahead of you. Yeah, looks like HostGator might be a little bit faster on the West Coast, whereas East Coast, like New York, GoDaddy may have an advantage. So it all kind of depends where you're out of, really. I mean, okay, so actually, Cat1 Web was 4.0 seconds that time. Okay, we're going to do one more with Cat1 Web, and then we'll go back to UncWeb. Now, keep in mind, while I was doing this, I didn't pay attention to necessarily any of the other scores, which some other important scores there, but we're just looking at speed. Okay, so that time it was then back to 2.6 seconds. Okay. Let's do UncWeb one more time. So we got a few seconds to wait. This queue doesn't take as long as Pingdom. Okay. Okay, so 4.9 seconds. So GoDaddy's a little slower on the West Coast. All right. Let me pause the video. I'm going to compile the results for you about the page speed, and then we'll talk about costs associated with the two plans that I tested, which are pretty similar. And I'll explain a little bit more after I compile some results. So hold on one second. Okay, so I've compiled the results, and GoDaddy, and I'll put these results in the description. GoDaddy was 2.67 seconds for all of North America, whereas HostGator was 2.52 seconds. In Vancouver, GoDaddy did 4.33 seconds average load time, whereas HostGator was 3.07 seconds. Worldwide, GoDaddy average loading was 3.29 seconds. HostGator was 2.85 seconds. So overall, HostGator was a bit faster. out of New York, GoDaddy was certainly faster. So if you're in the New York area, you may want to go with GoDaddy. That being said, West Coast, HostGator was faster. If you're in Stockholm, maybe GoDaddy. That was a little bit faster there, but in Melbourne, HostGator was certainly faster. Okay, so those are some of the results. Now let's talk about some of the hosting. All right, so, and this is shared hosting. So let's look at the prices. Okay, so go here. Let's click Get Started. Okay, so I got the business plan, which was $5.95 a month if you buy 3 years. So you get a free SSL, free dedicated IP, phone service, unmetered bandwidth, unlimited domains, one-click installs. This is pretty similar to what GoDaddy offers. Okay, so let's do GoDaddy hosting. Okay. Click on their web hosting. All right. So basically, the Ultimate is probably a similar plan. It's a little bit more per month. You get a free SSL, free premium DNS, a little bit faster. Host about the same amount. And this is similar to the baby plan that HostGator offers. So with HostGator, the baby plan was $5.95 per month. The Ultimate, their business plan was $5.95 per month. This is a bit more. So I think you're getting a little bit more out of HostGator, but I will say that I think the GoDaddy customer service might be a little bit better, although they're both good. So I don't think you can go wrong with either of them. I think GoDaddy's maybe a little bit faster on customer service. HostGator's not bad. They've been very good to me as well. So you really can't go wrong with either of these. These plans are similarly priced. The low one is $2.99. That's one website. I think is $2.75 for the HostGator. And it kind of comes down to, I think, where you're located. If you are out of New York City, you're probably going to want to go with GoDaddy. But if you're out of like near Texas, where I think HostGator's servers are, then you probably want to go with HostGator or one of the other options. But this was a comparison. They were pretty close in overall speed. They have a lot of uptime. GoDaddy has a long time in the business, HostGator as well. So either one you can go well with. And I hope this comparison helps you out a little bit. There were a lot of other factors I didn't take in to account. So with that, I mean, one other thing I could option, the one-click installs. I think HostGator has a little bit less in terms of your applications that you can include. GoDaddy has a ton. And some on both of them, they have some installs that are kind of out of date software. I've noticed. So some of those, you might not want to install anyways. And also outside of one-click installs, you can still install stuff, I think, on both that doesn't necessarily offer it as a one-click install. So, but there's a lot of options with both of these. Maybe at some point in the future, I'll look at their managed WordPress hosting. This is just shared. But this is just a kind of overview between two of the hosting giants. I think, again, either one, you won't go wrong. And I hope you liked my review. So thanks for watching. Bye.